That Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. Mm-hmm. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment. It's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help. And women like you are that type of...
Y'all, let me tell you about the tea that is brewing between Lisa Raye McCoy and Nicole Murphy because this drama is scalding hot. When I tell you Lisa Raye dragged Nicole Murphy for sleeping with her ex-husband, honey, she didn't just drag her, she pulled her through every street in Hollywood, so, picture this. Lisa Raye and Nicole were supposedly good friends when Nicole had the audacity to start sneaking around with Michael Missick right under Lisa Raye's nose, in Lisa Raye's own home. Ever since Lisa Raye found out about this betrayal, she has been reading Nicole Murphy for filth, calling her out on her narcissistic behavior, and making it crystal clear that Nicole is nothing but a homewrecker of the highest order. But here's where it gets even messier. Nicole Murphy has the nerve to act like she feels absolutely no remorse for stabbing her friend in the back like that. And honestly, I'm still trying to figure out how Nicole hasn't been completely exposed for being the serial homewrecker that she is. Ever since Nicole got her divorce from Eddie Murphy, she's been running through her friends' husbands faster than a hot knife through butter, trying desperately to replace that money she lost after her divorce settlement. You'll remember that messy situation when her so-called friend Tony Stratos scammed her out of $10 million from her $15 million divorce settlement, and let's be real, that settlement was just crumbs compared to what Eddie was really making, especially considering Nicole gave him 5 whole children. But chilly, when Nicole realized that money wasn't coming back and the child support was drying up quicker than a puddle in the desert because those kids were hitting 18 left and right, she started getting desperate. She wanted to keep living that luxurious lifestyle she'd gotten used to, and like many pretty women who rely on their looks, she started hunting for her next wealthy target. Now, let me tell you, I'm not here to judge if you want to live that luxurious life, do your thing, boo-boo. But where this story takes a turn darker than a horror movie is when Nicole started slithering around her friends' husbands like a snake in the grass. And baby, she didn't stay single for long. Every time she got caught, she'd just dust herself off and move on to her next target. The whole world really caught on to her games when she tried to sink her claws into Antoine Fuqua, Lela Rochon's husband. Chilly, she was caught in broad daylight wearing nothing but a bikini, locking lips with him. It turned into such a PR nightmare that even Eddie Murphy had to step in. Word on the street is that Eddie wasn't having any of this mess and made Nicole publicly apologize because it was making him look bad by association.
I know. Trust me, Wendy. Trust me, I wish it didn't happen.
Okay.
Well, I think it was a moment where I should have thought more through the situation, made better judgments, So it's something that I apologize for. What happened was there was a statement that was released. I did not put out that statement. I was actually on the airplane. And I was back from Europe.
They were in Italy at a film festival.
Yes.
And allegedly...
But I was out there for business.
Okay.
There was some designers out there as well, so I was dealing with that. Okay. There was familiar faces out there. And it happened.
Where did this happen?
I was in Italy.
No, I mean, where did that happen right there? Because you all look like you just woke up in the morning.
No, we did not.
The body looks
phenomenal. First of all, I was at the pool.
Okay.
We're on a different time zone. I was having a hard time staying awake. I was drinking an espresso. That's it.
Okay, and you leaned in.
And it was a moment that should not have happened. I regret it, and I apologize for it. And I'm a human being. It was a mistake.
And let's be real for a minute, nobody, and I mean nobody, just accidentally ends up with a married man. That excuse is about as believable as a $3.
I was hearing from my sources that she had called the paparazzi to take the pictures of her.
That's what I thought anyway.
And that this is not the first time she's done it. And that the reason why she's doing it is because she, in fact, actually does want to be with him.
Of course.
And she, in fact, if they're kissing like that, they f***ing.
What are the odds that these two black people would be in Italy and run into each other if they did not leave America to go to Italy together?
And what are the odds that paparazzi does not checking for either one of them is going to find them in some remote place in Italy to take pictures?
The foreign paparazzi. Hey, isn't that this director who we don't ever see and Nicole Murphy who we don't ever see?
Right.
Oh, yeah, let's take their picture right now while they're kissing.
Exactly. And let them kiss multiple times to make sure that the paparazzi gets it.
Throughout the day.
Throughout
2
the
days. In the robes.
Right.
In the swimwear.
In your robes.
They were just waiting for y'all.
So that's what I was hearing, and that's what I didn't report because I was trying to be like, that's my girl. And in Love Muffins, if you don't believe that, go back to a couple of podcasts ago, or maybe more than a couple, like 8 podcasts ago, when I was talking about this, you were going in on her.
I was.
And I was pumping the brakes.
You were.
I was like, no, you know, I was doing that. You know, I was just, you know, I'm just reaching for everything, trying to not.
I'm like, that hussy.
Yeah, not to really expose her for being the lying scallywag that she is.
What I call her, a Jezebel.
She's a Jezebel, but she's a scallywag.
Lisa Raye wasn't buying any of Nicole's fake innocent act. She came out blazing, making it crystal clear that Nicole knew exactly what she was doing, hunting for her next rich man. And why was Lisa Raye so sure? Because, honey, Nicole had already pulled the same stunt with her.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
This was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know? And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position. Right. I will say this.
The tea is scalding. Nicole had an affair with Michael Missick while he was still married to Lisa Raye. And here's the part that'll make your blood boil. Nicole was actually at their wedding. She moves more secretly than a ninja in the night, denying everything when confronted. But Lisa Raye wasn't backing down one bit. She kept bringing receipts, and even D.A. Bratt, Lisa Raye's little sister, backed up her story.
That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lila Rashawn's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
Child, Lisa Raye has never changed her story, not one single time. And she's made sure Nicole can't forget what she did.
Birthday parties, I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she was right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey, girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him, and you don't even know him, is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
I mean, I don't know, but you know, mean, yes, this is too rich for me. You know, the manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, you know, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, you know. And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, you know, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, you know, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, you know. And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
You know, it was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane. And she gets out and he gets out. And I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm going to leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, you know, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Me too.
Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I would think an enemy would do or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your... Girl, where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
Now, here's where it gets even juicier. Lisa Raye took those receipts straight to Nicole's then-boyfriend, Michael Strahan. And wouldn't you know it? That was enough to make Michael and Nicole call off their engagement faster than you can say homewrecker. But here's the gag, Nicole has absolutely no intention of apologizing to Lisa Raye the way she did with Lila Rochond. In fact, word on these streets is that Nicole is fuming that Lisa Raye keeps bringing up something that happened more than 15 years ago. She's claiming it's ruining her image, as if her image wasn't already dragging on the ground. According to Nicole's version of events, and take this with a whole container of salt, she wasn't the only one of Lisa Raye's friends that Michael was funding and fooling around with. But for some mysterious reason, Lisa Raye seems to have saved all her venom for Nicole.
Media. It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And
you're talking about when Lisa Raye got involved and said you slept with her husband.
Yes, and it's not true.
No, she talked real greasy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That was the Turks and Caicos King.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
bed with Roxy, so
it has nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
Now, let's switch gears for a minute because this gets emotional. Nicole is still mourning the loss of her partner, Warren Braithwaite, to cancer. And according to her, she doesn't have time for Lisa Raye's drama. Nicole's team is trying to flip the script, saying Lisa Raye should be going after her cheating ex-husband, who broke his vows, instead of coming for Nicole. But wait, it gets even messier. Nicole's camp is claiming Lisa Raye is still hung up on her ex, which is why she's looking for someone to blame rather than accepting that the marriage wasn't meant to be. First, it was Dwayne Martin, Tisha Campbell's ex, and now it's Nicole in Lisa Raye's crosshairs. The tea-spillers are saying Lisa Raye married Michael because she wanted the prestige of being the first lady of Turks and Caicos, while Michael was just after a Hollywood A-lister who could open doors for him. Nicole claims Lisa Raye needs to stop dragging her name through the mud over a marriage that was doomed from the start. After Lisa Raye's viral interview dropped, Nicole took to social media with what might be the shadiest response of 2024. She posted a video of herself dancing with the caption, "You can still be sexy but keep it classy. But honey, it's the song choice that has everyone gagging." The lyrics said it all. "It's some money at my table, grab a seat with me. Cost a ticket just to cover my legal fees. I don't hang with jealous BS, that's a weak disease." The song went on with even more shade. "Hold on, run up if you broke and in my business then just shut up. I invest in my body, I'm done up. I look good, I like to F*** him when the sun up." She didn't have to name names, everybody knew exactly who she was coming for. The comment section was lit up like a Christmas tree. Someone wrote, "When you hit you ain't got to say a word, just flex." But chilly, Nicole still isn't winning any popularity contests. The internet is dragging her left and right with people saying things like, "As long as Lisa Raye is alive, Nicole Murphy will never know peace for ing her man while still being her friend." Another comment read, Nicole Murphy is so gorgeous to be as diabolical as she is. Sleeping with your friend's husbands is so low, bro. And someone else pointed out the irony. I don't understand how Nicole could end her marriage to Eddie after being cheated on only to have affairs with her friends' husbands. She seems to care more about still being hot and alluring than her friendships with Lisa Raye or Leela. So what do y'all think? Should Lisa Raye let sleeping dogs lie and move on with her life, or does she have every right to keep calling out Nicole for her betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe because this tea party is far from over. Bye, baddies.